remember my first time really having sex. You know, I lost my virginity at 12. Technically, shit was trash. I didn't do it again until I was 18, right? Calling 12-year-old sex trash.
I was finna, bro. I'm like,
yeah, that's kind of crazy. But anyway, didn't do it again until I was 18. Now, I'm behind the barbershop, 103rd and Hosted at Larry's Barbershop, the old joint, right? In the car, this after homecoming. You know what I'm saying? This after the homecoming game. My people were strict, so I was supposed to be at the crib, nigga. I'm risking it all for this pussy, right? And I'm fucking shorty, bro, for 45 minutes.
You behind the barbershop?
In the car, yeah. Behind the barbershop in the car. Okay. So I'm pounding shorty shit for 45 minutes straight and never came. Never came. She looked at me, nigga, you told me you was a virgin. I'm like, I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, never came. So from that point on, continuing to have sex, I didn't bust a nut from having sex for a year into having sex. And then moving forward from that, in college, I remember telling my homies, now in college, this years later, I ain't go to college till I was 21. So I remember telling my homies, like, I'm like, bro, I don't like head. And they was like, nigga, you a weird ass nigga, like head better than pussy. I'm like, that shit don't do nothing for me. Like, I don't like that shit at all. Like, I couldn't fuck with it. Like, I could just go without it. It was just like, if you want to do that, that's cool, but you don't got to do that at all. I'm super cool. Yeah. And that's how I felt. And then what ended up happening was while I was pledging, we in a doghouse, we in a crib with all niggas. I couldn't whack off at all. I couldn't masturbate at all in the doghouse because I'm in a house full of niggas all the time, all day. When I finished pledging and I got some head, it was the best shit in the world. And what I realized is my dick has been desensitized since I was probably 11 when I started masturbating. And I couldn't enjoy head and I couldn't bust off sex for a long ass time. And even to this day, like, I have like a lot of stamina when I have sex. Like, I have sex for a long time. Yeah. It was because of, from the time I started having sex, I was overly masturbating so much that I desensitized my dick. Damn. And like, after it took me to pledge, not be able to masturbate for all of that time, for the sensation to my dick to return and me be able to fully enjoy head and sex.
First of all,
like, niggas gotta start whacking off. This shit is terrible.
If you lazy, you waking up at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon and shit like that,
robbing bottles,
you're setting the tone for everybody because you're the leader.
Popping pills.
That's just what comes with being a man.
Popping bitch ass niggas.
I don't want nobody making decisions over my life except me. Not a woman, not a judge, not an officer, not no motherfucking body.
When them bullets hit them up, look like son had a seizure. Run up, give it up, you know the procedure. I be sipping Jack and honey.
I don't think nothing can make me feel like a man. I don't think nothing can make me not feel like a man.
Days on my collar.
You can't take the benefits of being a man without the responsibilities.
Give you niggas halos on.
Oh, man. Desensitizing the dick is crazy. But
I was 10 years in.
Damn.
I started working off at 11, bro.
You was in the game.
I was 21, bro, when I took a break.
From whacking up.
I could have retired. Like, I could have got like
that was a career.
Like, that shit was a Hall of Famer. Like, Jersey and the Raptors, nigga. Crazy.
Oh man, for me, I definitely wasn't 11. And it's fucked up because when I was 12, I got some head, but I didn't come because I don't even think puberty was there yet. I never came before. Even
you would have came, you'd have shot that clear shit out.
Right.
Real beaters, no, nigga. Oh God,
you sick, nigga. Look, I was a pure 12-year-old for the most part, but nah. So yeah, I got head at 12. I got head at 12, but didn't come. But the first time I masturbated, like, I remember that shit like vividly, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
First time I masturbated, I'm in my parents' basement, and it wasn't even I don't even think that was the goal. Yeah. Like, my dick was just hard. I'm just like, low key was just playing with that motherfucker, and I don't know what I'm doing for real. I probably was like, low key, you know what? I probably was like 13, 14, yeah. Going into 8th grade, going into high school. Yeah. And I think I came on accident. And that shit, I remember that shit was crazy. You like
feeling that shit's crazy. Yeah.
Like you'll never get that first nut feeling again ever. Like not now. Like if nothing feel good for sure.
A head nut is better than all that shit to me.
I agree.
A head nut is concussive.
It's top tier. It's better than sex to me.
Yeah, I call it like a little nut coma. I be in like a little nut coma. Like I can't move. Like I swear to God, I always say it's like, you remember Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Remember the hyperbolic chamber when nigga was stuck to the floor because of gravity too high? That's how or like go get out when a nigga sink through the bed. Like that's how I be the bed. Like I dead ass be feeling like if like a kid is in the house or something. If anybody walk in this room, I can't move. I'm smoking. Nigga can rob me. I'm gonna look at him like, damn, you bogus as hell. Like I can't do shit, bro.
I want you to stop putting your hands out like this. I don't know. That's reminding me of like Christ. But your hands
nailed to the bed and shit. Like that should be crazy. I mean that bitch naked like this and shit. Like,
when you gonna cross your leg? You hell. God, please forgive him. You know Jesus loves you.
He do.
But now, but yeah, no, I didn't go through a period. No, that's a lie. I definitely went through a period where I masturbated too much, and that was when it first started.
Right.
Like, I was chasing. I feel like it's like a crackhead. I was chasing that first high.
Let's fucking talk about it.
That first nut was the equivalent to a crackhead's first high.
For sure.
And I was masturbating trying to get that for the whole time. I was getting that first high a few times because when you first start, like it's like I'm coming. This shit feels amazing. Sure. But that eventually goes away because obviously we're desensitizing our dick. We're doing it too much, etc. Now, it did happen. This is how I knew it was a problem. It showed up when I got with a woman who I really wanted to fuck. Like I was low key thirsty. Mm-hmm. And when it was time to fuck, like, dick wasn't working.
It didn't get up.
I didn't get up.
I never had a problem not getting up. I just couldn't come.
No, this one, cause I was probably in my head too much, and then I was just like the shit just didn't work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that was a motherfucker, but it was so crazy. She left. Yeah, moved my shit back rock hard. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. I was disappointed as hell. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you on with me?
Your dick like your hand. I don't like her.
Crazy. But masturbation is
that gay?
Is that gay?
That's kind of like same sexish.
Is it gay?
It's not gay.
Okay. Great. But yeah, masturbation definitely can be a problem. Yeah. Let's get into it even deeper.
Fuck it. Let's just go straight into the topic. We can do the consultation and shit.
Okay,
right?
Cool.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. We ain't gonna switch the flow up today. All right, let's go straight into the topic, man. Masturbation. So first off, I want to brainstorm some reasons why niggas masturbate.
Okay.
This is throw them off. What you got? What y'all got? What you got? Why niggas masturbate? Go.
Nigga can't get no pussy.
Can't get no pussy. Okay, what else?
The pussy he getting ain't good enough.
The pussy he getting not good enough. Okay, let me write that down. Pussy not. We gonna break all these down.
For sure.
Pussy not good enough.
Pussy not good enough.
Okay, what else? Hot dog down the hallway. What else?
Stress relief.
Stress relief. Cool. What else?
Melatonin.
Melatonin?
Yeah, nigga,
sleep?
Nigga beat off just to go to sleep.
For sure.
Nigga beat off just to go to sleep.
He don't feel like doing no work for the pussy.
Don't want to work for pussy.
Or he don't feel like spending no money for the pussy. He just wanted the nut, so he just, got it out of the way.
Pussy too expensive. Masturbation is free.
Yeah.
What else?
Let me turn my mic on.
Why you ain't been turning the mic on?
Nigga, I thought your mic been on.
Y'all should be on.
What else? What's other niggas?
Coping mechanism. Bored.
Damn, yeah.
You ever whacked up because you was bored?
I was. You know what was the this transparent podcast. I felt like a piece of shit. I felt low. Nigga, I was.
Because you whacked off because you was bored, or you felt low because you whacked off because you felt low?
Because I was bored. Like I wasn't even horny. I literally riled myself up to get hard and then bust.
Okay.
Like it wasn't even like it came out of nowhere. It's like
okay.
I'm bored. Fuck it. I'm gonna go do that.
Okay. What else we got? Why else do niggas whack off? We need to be live right now. We have a chat. Like chat. Chat.
Why y'all be beating off chat?
What else? That's all we got? We can start right there. That's cool. Looking at this, I feel like we can bundle half of these bitches into the same thing. Right? So stress relief, can't sleep, melatonin, boredom, coping mechanism, that's kind of really all the same thing. It's like, and that's what I think about masturbation is that it's the easy route or the low road to solve a big problem or a more complex problem.
You're not even gonna solve it. It's gonna be like a small Band-Aid. You're gonna feel good for the moment.
Even
better. And it's a very short moment.
Exactly. So going down the list, let's start with I want to get to that one last. The whole coping mechanism. Because like you're running from something. And I think that's the biggest issue here. So I want to tackle that one last. Can't get sex. Let's talk about that one.
Okay.
I don't think there's a lot of men masturbating because they can't get sex. Would you agree with that?
No.
You wouldn't agree with that.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You think a ton of men are masturbating because they can't get sex.
Right. So if you think about it, like, cause you thinking about it from your perspective, and I'm thinking about it from mine. Like, we don't have a problem getting pussy. Like, that shit is in abundance.
Okay. What's your perspective? Is that you can't, like, I feel like the way he said that was like, my perspective is that I can get pussy. Your perspective is that you can't.
No, I'm saying both of us feel like that shit is in abundance.
Yeah.
So it's easy for us to say, like, niggas ain't beating off because they can't get pussy because we looking at it from our standpoint.
Yeah.
But if you look at the average man is not having sex like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like that's a strong reason why masturbation is high, because they're not getting sex like that, and the internet is super sexual. So I mean, hypersexual. You know.
Okay, I want to say two things. You know my memory trash, so I'm probably gonna forget the second one. But number one, I want to say when we say the average man, this is a complex, a different issue. But the average man is invisible, and I say that because when we say the word average man, we think about our friends. Yep. We think about the people we're around.
And when I said it, I was thinking about, I'm talking about different races,
men,
all at the average man.
And when you go back to high school and you remember the people that you can remember, you don't just remember the most popular motherfuckers. You remember them and you remember some of your friends, but it's so many people from high school. Majority of people you went to high school with, you probably will see them somewhere and be like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
The average person is literally invisible to you because there's nothing special about them. There's nothing, you get what I'm saying? So, like when women say shit like, oh, like I ask women sometimes, like, what percentage of men do you find attractive? And they be like, I think half the niggas I see is attractive. Like, you don't even see half the men you see. You don't even pay, like, this nigga is like not even visible to you. Like, you don't even pay attention to this nigga. Like, you walk straight past this nigga and didn't even assess him as a man in your brain.
As a fucking human being.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga that's on the bus stop, like when you drive, you're not looking at that nigga. You looking at, when you say 50%, you talking about the niggas in the club with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the average man. So anyway, that's one thing. The other thing is, I feel like the man who can't get sex also falls into the last category of coping mechanism. You're not whacking off because you can't get sex. You're whacking off because you feel bad about yourself because you can't get sex. To me. I don't think you whacking off because you so fucking horny, you got to get this nut off. I think that's a 10% of the problem. I think the bigger issue, in my opinion, is you don't feel good about yourself because you can't get sex.
I don't know if I agree right now.
And I think another thing is, like, even though masturbation and porn addiction is separate, they kind of go hand in hand. I feel like we're finna talk about it like that.
Yeah.
And at some point, we got to kind of talk about it separately to an extent too. Because some people could masturbate just to their own videos. I guess that's still, is that still porn?
No, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Is that one of your things?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so where are we right now? So we tackled the can't get sex one. You feel like it's a lot of guys. I mean, I feel like if you masturbating because you can't get sex, it's understandable. But I think, again, there's things that you need to change about yourself. So you can't, sex is, it's not a bad thing. It's not something that you should be avoiding. It's natural. Even if you're a Mormon, you might not want to have sex for pleasure. But if you can't get it, that means that's a natural human process. It's a natural desire, biological process, a natural desire. You should be working on the things that make you undesirable to the point where you can't get sex from anybody. That's something to work on.
And that's a lot. If you can't get sex from anybody, you got a lot of work to do.
You could pay. You might not have the money to pay for sex, so that's something else you got to work on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have no, like, the physical attraction out there, the income out there, whatever the case may be, or you might have a certain level of pride that is like, I'm not finna have sex with anybody, and if I can't have sex with somebody I'm actually attracted to, then I'm just not gonna have sex. And I feel that.
Yeah,
I'm not
mad at that.
I feel that 1,000%. Versus somebody who just like, hey, look, this woman is like not attractive at all, but I'll do it. Like, I'll put my dick in any hole.
Have you done that before?
Glory hole guy. I've never done that before.
Okay.
I've never done that before. Everyone I've ever had sex with, I had some level of, I done squashed some bugs.
Yeah, for sure.
But they have some fat asses though.
They always do.
They always do. They always do. I definitely squash some bugs in my career.
So you know, and I think that's a conversation we could go deeper in a 10-episode series on, as far as like what's the things that a man might need to be trying to change about himself to be able to get sex. And I'm not saying get sex on the level of just being irresponsible or whatever, like, but just actually just find a partner, find a mate. You know what I'm saying?
Being sexually attractive to the opposite sex.
Yes. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of beating off, which is the easier route, whether it be, you know, getting educating yourself in another way to get some type of job. You know what I'm saying? That might be, I mean, the world is remote now, so even if you live in the middle of nowhere, you could get a high paying job. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. Making yourself more attractive, whether it be through weight loss or weight gain, even if you just like, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, haircuts. Just, you know, things like making sure making sure you getting decent nutrition so your skin look a little better, all those things. It's a lot of shit you can work on to make sure that you're able to find a mate and actually have sex. I would hate that that's a problem for a guy because he's masturbating because he can't have sex.
Yeah, but it is. So,
we'll move on to the next one.
Yep.
Pussy not good enough. I'm gonna let you roll with that. That's your shit.
First of all, it's not my shit. I was just thinking of reasons why niggas could possibly be
thought of it.
masturbating. But I know niggas who, and it's fucked up because it be that with their girls type shit. Maybe because I don't know, they tired of that pussy. And if you keep it in the buck, you know the saying ain't nothing better than pussy except new pussy type shit. So when if a guy like is tired of sex, or he's not tired of sex, but he's not sexually satisfied, and that could also be the reason why you're not sexually satisfied, is because you've been masturbating too much. And especially if you're masturbating to porn, like if you going on Twitter with that Twitter world, that Twitter porn is different. Like you have a false perception of sex.
Are you saying Twitter porn is better? Is amateur porn better than produced porn?
I would agree so.
I think the world is leaning towards amateur porn. Why do you think that's?
Because when we was coming up, it was produced porn.
Can I tap in?
Yeah.
I feel like the world is leaning more towards amateur porn because it's more relatable. Like,
For real.
that shit is on balconies that niggas could be on. You see, it's in cars. It's in places that we could be. You see what I'm saying? It's regular motherfuckers. It might be a bitch with a fat ass, but it's a regular bitch. Like, it ain't, well, I'm sorry, y'all. No bitches.
Yeah, they don't let us call them that.
Yeah, females.
We're not animals.
Yeah, it's regular women, you know, and regular places and shit that we could obtain. So it's like, you know, it don't seem.
I think it's reality porn. I think it's like I think it has the same effect that Chief Keef had, and that sounds crazy, but that sounds crazy, right?
Please explain.
Like, we had gangster rap. We had 50 Cent. We believe 50 Cent was like that.
Yeah.
Even though he was a millionaire, he got shot 9 times. So we need to. Every video of 50 Cent, Many Men, when he got shot up in the car, it's produced.
Yeah.
When Chief Keef came out, like, this nigga's
he was
doing
like that,
everything that he said that he did, and he doing it today. Like,
He's doing it right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole different. It made every gangster rapper we ever seen look like a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it made them look like that shit was reality rap. It was like, this nigga's in a living room.
For sure. It's like reality
Ain't
TV.
no Bentleys, ain't no girls. Like, it ain't even no fucking girls in this bitch.
Ain't no furniture in that bitch.
Like, it's a whole lot of
It was
niggas.
an empty living room.
Like, when you go back and watch the video, all you see is RIP to all these niggas that's in the video. All these niggas dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy when Chief Keef came out. And I think that that's what amateur porn is. It's like, it's real. Like, and it makes everything else look weird almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's jump back on it. So they're wow. Whoa.
Crazy.
To get back on track. You can't say shit around this bitch. To get back on track. But yeah, they desensitize. He's not satisfied with sex because he's watching too much porn, and 9 times out of 10, the porn he's watching, I guarantee you the woman looks better than his girl.
Okay.
And so in his mind, it's like, you got to think about it. That's programming too.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching pornography. The woman is something you probably can't get. you're fantasizing about it, which subconsciously you're strengthening that image in your head, and you're getting yourself used to that. So when you with your girl, and it's not what you imagine, it's not what you've been fantasizing about, you can't enjoy it because you have an image of what satisfies you, and it's just not matching up.
It's crazy because when I used to watch porn, I was in a relationship, I would only watch porn stars that kind of resemble, that look like my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a type, and I always done that. But and I'm not advocating watching porn at all. Like that shit is terrible. But going into the desensitization part, am I saying that right? Desensitization. Being desensitized, whatever the fuck. Going into that part physically, right? We was just watching a psychologist talk about it, and he was saying like you got a death grip on your shit. You know what I'm saying? When you beating your dick dry 9 times out of 10, or even with lube, like, but the strength that you squeezing your dick with is not gonna be able to be replicated by a vagina.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason why you can't come. That's the reason why I couldn't come when I was a shorty doing that shit. That's probably the reason why I couldn't enjoy head, because I'm squeezing my dick super tight. Her little ass hand ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to break my shit.
Yeah.
Like, so it absolutely desensitizes you, and then the images you see on porn, and it can make you, and even just going off the infidelity route. Like if you watching a shorty on there who got a super fat ass, and let's say your girl light skinned and slim, you watching a dark skinned chick with a super fat ass, but you got a dark skinned chick you work with that's accessible with super fat ass, she might not be that cute. You know what I'm saying? She might not even be your type. But you putting this image in your head over and over again, and this shit turning you on so much that you really looking at shorty, like you really considering shorty. She ain't even cute. You ain't even look twice at her before you start. You went on this Roxy Reynolds rampage.
And don't let her be attracted
Shout out to Roxy.
Damn, yeah. Don't let her be attracted to you, and she fuck around, throw it at you, and give you choosing signals. For sure. You gone.
Yeah.
Like you gonna take that chance.
Yeah. So going back to that, it's not that the pussy not good enough. It's just that you fucking yourself up. Yeah, and we talk about so much women with the roles and shit, like, oh, you gonna desensitize your clit. It's like, nigga, you
do it too.
You're gonna beat the skin off your dick, my boy. like what you doing?
That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy though. That we was watching in that video. Like you gripping your shit, so a pussy can't replicate that.
Absolutely. So let's see. Don't want to work for pussy.
Who said that? That was Remy G.
Remy said it.
What can you say about that? Don't
want to work for pussy, so you masturbate instead. Have I been there? I will say this. I will say on the post-nut clarity side, I can't say I didn't want to work for pussy because I might have had a chick on the way numerous times. She on the way, like we talk throughout the day. I'm like, hey, pull up, woo woo. I whack off. I get that nut. It's like, you know what?
Damn. She on the way already.
Yeah, nah, she can turn the fuck around. Like, I'm cool. And that's how I know if I really like it. I've kind of used that as a measure in the past too to see if I really like a chick or not.
I've done that.
Like if I whack off and I still want you to slide, I like you. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a sexual thing because I'm sexually content right now.
You're sexually satisfied right now?
I'm there.
You said content.
I'm there. So, and I'm not promoting to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? We made a pact. Not me and you, but me and the Patreon listeners. Anybody who who's listening to the Terry Rosen podcast Patreon, we made a pact back in August that we wasn't beating our dicks no more. Like we all agreed to that. We didn't really. I said that shit on the podcast, and I assumed that they went with it. But we had an episode about that. I think it's called The Pact. Like, you know what I'm saying? But and I went kind of into detail back then about some of the issues with that, but not wanting to work for pussy is, I get it, but I don't think masturbating is the solution for that.
No, I don't think so.
I think that pussy shouldn't be the goal though either.
Well, right now we're talking about. I don't know if I agree with that because we're talking about masturbation, and obviously the goal of that is a nut. You know what I'm saying? So technically speaking, right now, like pussy is the goal because we're not talking about anything outside of
I get that, but I think that's part of the problem though. Is that if you make pussy the goal in your life, and you feel like you can't get it and you got to work for it, and you turn to masturbation, like pussy shouldn't be the goal in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like in your day-to-day actions with a woman, like pussy shouldn't be the goal. No. And I feel like if you change that, then it might change the thought that I don't want to work for pussy, so I'm beating off. You get what I'm saying?
I follow you.
Like just backtracking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's
what's the next one.
Let's see. Not wanting to pay for pussy being too expensive. It's kind of the same shit.
Okay.
We tackled that already. All right, and then it kind of comes down to the combination of stress relief, melatonin, boredom, and a coping mechanism, which I think that, you know, if we talking stress relief, then coping mechanism, same thing. Melatonin, like beating out, like if you can't sleep, that's a symptom of something.
Why can't you? What's on your mind that you can't sleep? Something is, you're thinking about something that's bothering you. It's literally keeping you up. It's stressing you. It's stressing you out. Yeah. So it's like to distract yourself, and obviously from, you know what I'm saying, because after you nut, niggas definitely get sleepy. Yeah. It's like, all right, this shit too heavy on my mind. I'm finna beat it off so I can fall asleep. So you're escaping from something.
And I think even so, it's either something's on your mind and you using this to distract yourself and escape from it, or you've just done this so routinely. Like somebody who smoked, for example. Like I can't sleep until I smoke. Yeah. I think it's the same thing. If you've done this so routinely, it's gonna be hard to go to sleep without doing it because you've kind of prepped your body for that. You know what I'm saying? So, or your mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, muscle memory. That's crazy. Or your mind. But I'll go here though. I'll say that even in my experience, like again, becoming addicted to porn at 11, masturbating starting at 11, and like really being addicted to that shit, I would compare it to something like crack. Yeah. Right. In the sense, I've never done crack, but in the sense of, it's not only a drug, but it's a shameful drug. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Unlike weed, right? It's a shameful drug, and it's like I'm feeling bad about myself, so I do this, and doing this makes me feel bad about myself
even more.
So right. I have to do it again because this is how I cope with feeling bad about myself. So my coping mechanism makes me. It's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to break, and that's why it's so addictive. And I think that's why I think it's comparable to crack, because it's like once you get in that cycle, it's hard to break that cycle if you don't have a different coping mechanism. It's like it makes you go back to it over and over and over again.
And the reason why it's similar to crack, and I know those are two extremes. Like, damn, like me busting another is fucking equivalent to crack, like because you're releasing the same chemicals. Like you're getting that same chemical satisfaction. I think it's dopamine. So when you come, like you get a crazy shot of dopamine. You feel good. Is it dopamine or serotonin? It's serotonin. Okay, look it up for me. It's either dopamine or serotonin. So after you ejaculate, you get those crazy not urges, but satisfactions of one of those two chemicals. And when crackheads do crack, the same chemical, it's like, oh, it feels so good. So that's why it's so similar, because the result is the same.
And it's very short-lived as well.
It's very short-lived, and it's extremely, extremely addictive. Both are addictive. Why you think you can't stop? Because let's say you a guy that's watching this, and you listen to this shit. I know some niggas watching this, and they like, nigga, I got control over this shit. I can beat my dick when I want to, or you know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep. If you can't cold turkey stop and be cool, nigga, you're addicted. Like if you just can't leave that shit alone, and you're like, damn, you're addicted. It's an addiction. And another addiction, one of mine is when you wake up in the morning. People don't think this is an addiction. When you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is grab your phone, like to check notification, that's an addiction.
Absolutely.
Same shit, because it's activating these same chemicals. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't walk away from it, if you can't stop doing it without literally feeling like some form of withdrawal, you're addicted.
You know what make porn damn near maybe even a little bit more dangerous than crack? Shit is free.
And it's accessible as fuck. You ain't gotta fucking...
You don't gotta go outside in the cold. You don't gotta be out here stealing refrigerators and shit.
This nigga instantly made it wintertime.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go to jail. It's legal. Yeah. It's free and legal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's super addictive, it's super accessible, and it's super fucked up. And I think that we also need to talk about the guilt associated with it, because there's a lot, like, we get in spaces with men where we could talk about masturbating freely.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just the same as, like, somebody who smoke weed will wear a weed t-shirt, a t-shirt with weed on it, let people know that you're a smoker. People will wear a beer t-shirt or alcohol t-shirt. No one's wearing a crack t-shirt. No one's wearing a I beat off today t-shirt. Like, when we think about substituting masturbation for sex,
yeah,
right? We're proud of sex. Damn, bro, I just bagged shorty. Damn, bro, she finna slide. Damn, bro, I fucked. I ain't never saying, damn, bro, I beat my dick today. Like, you never telling nobody that shit. Like, so we might talk about it on some taboo shit, but we understand that ain't nobody proud of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you doing this shit over and over again, and you obviously you're not proud of it, and we try to make it seem kind of cool and funny and joke it away and whatever. Yeah. And just normalize it away. But at the end of the day, nobody's proud of that shit. Nobody's promoting that. We promote shit we proud of.
Facts.
Men especially, we promote anything that we proud of doing. We gonna promote the shit. We gonna post the shit on Instagram. I got a new car. I got a new this. You know what I'm saying? I worked out today.
Right.
Niggas work out every day. It's a routine. I work out every day.
I post that shit every fucking day. It be the same workouts. Why am I so proud?
Niggas will post their protein shake.
Right.
And this shit special about your protein shake. You ain't gonna post yourself whacking off, nigga. You ain't gonna make that be known. I got that done today.
Yeah.
It's shameful.
It's shameful.
You know what I'm saying? It's shameful. And I think that we try too hard to normalize it. And it's just like, let's see exactly what it is and actually address these issues that we got going on instead of trying to, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Normalize that shit. So what else we got, man? The fatigue. Let's talk about that.
Nigga, we on the same page. I was just finna, yeah. So
let's talk about the fatigue.
Let me tell you. So I ain't beat my dick.
Niggas is so immature. Niggas is me.
Nah, not for real. It's been damn near 3 months. And I remember when I first started to not do that shit so much, the fatigueness. And I noticed it affected me in the gym. Like it's a real, like my testosterone.
Yes, sir.
I'm losing it. It's just going away.
In the napkin.
It's in the napkin.
It's in the sock next
It's in
to
the
your
fucking
bed.
sock. It's in the toilet. I'm pissing away my strength, right?
Yeah.
But no, seriously though, I had noticed a change in strength in the gym, especially like with leg day. That's like if you nigga beat off and go to the gym and fucking try to hit legs. Nigga, you're gonna be weak as fuck. Anything active, it naturally makes you lazy. It naturally fatigues you. You know what I'm saying? So why you think you're so tired? Why do you think you do it to go to sleep? So if you start your day like that, like nigga wake up and beat off and try to start his day,
or end your day like that,
or end your day.
When niggas be, how you wake up at 5 a.m.? I ain't beating my dick for
right, nigga.
Like, what do you
the
mean?
fuck, I'm okay. Like I have the energy. I can move around.
If I get some pussy, tear a chick down, I ain't waking up at 5.
Right? No, it's not happening.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's the effect of, you know what I'm saying, the fatigue aspect of it.
Absolutely, man. And even in boxing, that's a big thing. Niggas, you hear boxers talk about that all the time. Like, you ain't supposed to have sex in training camp. You ain't supposed to have sex leading up to the fight. It's some boxers that say recently, like Terrence Crawford said, like, I do it, but I ain't going super crazy with it. I ain't fucking my girl for 40 minutes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, yes, like it's a reason for that, and it's not. It's science to it. It's not like a myth or a rumor or a conspiracy.
This ain't a nigga opinion, nigga.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Like, you know, your life force, your energy, all of that shit, you putting that shit in the napkin, nigga.
And just imagine also, you ever been with a girl, especially, it's most likely it'd be your girlfriend, and y'all have sex or she give you head, you come, and she'll damn near ask you like, nigga, did you beat off or something? Like, nigga, your nut ain't like it
ain't enough.
It ain't enough. Like, nigga, you just, it's like 3 fucking drops. Like, you fuck somebody else type shit.
I do think that's one of the benefits of not masturbating. I did a sex fast this year, and when I came off of it, I got hit. This girl gave me some top, and I nutted all over her. Like, it was everywhere. Like, it was like toaster strudel. It was like I put 2 sauces on one strudel type shit. Like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was even looking like shit. Like
he surprised himself.
Yeah, it's like a court. And I think like you a chick can tell too.
For sure. No, like the woman I'm dating now, like first of all, I'm only coming when me and her have sex.
Yeah.
And she can, it's very noticeable.
Strength of your erection.
Exactly.
Strength of your erection.
Exactly.
And that go into, I don't want to go into like, fuck it.
I was finna call y'all. Hey,
we talk about like dick size a lot. Like that's come up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual word, that shit been up. They've been talking about that shit all week on spiritual word, whatever the case may be. And niggas got whatever they got going on as far as dick size and shit like that.
Right.
But I've been specifically complimented. I remember times I'm fucking a chick and they like, you super fucking hard. Like you're like rock fucking hard. So I feel like if there's a guy out there who might be challenged on a side,
you need to stop
and you beating your dick and you can't even get super hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, Remy, is that something that women can feel or enjoy? Like it's like the strength of their erection. Do that add to the pleasure?
She said 1,000%.
Why does Remy don't have a mic? I just told you
she don't have a mic.
Terrible. Anyway,
but the reason why that is because you gotta think about it, it's because of blood flow.
Yeah.
Like the more blood flow you have, the fuller your dick is. Yeah. But if you constantly beating it, the blood flow, nigga,
death grip killing you.
Your shit is deflated, gang.
Would you say do you think that the hardness of an erection can to some extent make up for size?
Yes, because you got a big dick, but it's super.
You gotta get close to the mic.
I feel like if you got a big dick and it's not getting hard and it's super like rubbery and loose, it's like I can't even sit on this. Like it's not getting hard. Like it's you know what I'm saying. So, but you got a nice hard dick and it could be average size. Like it get out like it does its job better to me.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shane mentioned small dicks. I was trying to get a win for niggas.
Yeah.
But she didn't go there.
Hey, no dick shaming here.
She said Pokemon. I gotta catch them all. All right. Where else we going with this? Let's see. Coping with relationship issues. Niggas being into it with their girl. Not seeing eye to eye with their girl. Using masturbation to cope with that. Maybe it's a situation where you don't want to do the work to get back on her good side to get some pussy. So you just like, fuck it. I'm gonna do this on top of actually being stressed about the issue itself. You think that's an issue?
It could be, but I think it's I'm not trying to judge niggas. I think that's a weak issue though.
Okay.
Like you into it with your girl right now, so you finna just be whacking off heavy. Like it's sex, you need sex that bad. Like first of all, it could be a season where like you just not you ain't never had a season where sex just wasn't that important to you. You just came off of a fast. Shut up.
I think this one is most important.
You said what?
That's probably when it's most important when you're fasting from that shit. You be like, damn.
So you was focusing on the wrong shit.
Wait till first.
But no, like if you in the season, you and your girl argue, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying it depends on how long too, but y'all been into it for a week or whatever, and you just feel like I gotta beat off or whatever. Nigga, go focus on something else. Go fix your relationship. Go get back right so y'all can be having amazing sex.
Do some push-ups. When I was doing my sex fast, and I did want to whack off, and I was tempted to whack off during that sex fast, push-ups. Literally, like that little energy. I'm talking about burnout. Push-ups to burnout, nigga, you're done.
And there's no way. Again, science. Like if your dick hard, or you horny, and you doing push-ups, it's impossible to stay horny because your body is reacting to the stress that you putting on it, and you getting blood flow in other places. So it's like you gonna stop thinking about that.
But you say you get horny when you do push-ups.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit.
Have
wild.
you seen Boogie's push-ups?
No, no. I don't think I want to if he getting horny while he doing them.
They're in the group chat.
Yeah, they was trash. He was humping the floor with them bitches.
For sure.
Damn. What else you got on this topic, babe?
Hey, no, but to touch on that, I didn't beat my shit to keep from cheating. Like we into it, we beefing, bitch. My shit, I could be out here, but you know what? Just to keep from doing some bullshit, I'ma just.
Yep.
And again, so
you're a gracious guy. I've never done that.
I'm glad you said that. So,
yeah, I just
a gracious guy.
Yeah,
but nah, I'm glad you said that. So we're not saying just masturbation in totality is shunned. Like, don't do this shit. We talking about.
I'm saying that.
You saying that in totality.
I'm saying let's stop
altogether. Especially if you. I'm gonna disagree. Okay. So if you got the problem, if you overly doing that shit or whatever, you can't walk away from it. You need to stop completely. Mm-hmm. But if you do that shit once every blue moon or whatever the case may be, if it happens, if it's not an addiction, cool. I'm not, because I get it. Self-pleasure, especially guys who, let's say you big in Christianity, you wait until marriage type shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's just your goal, you know what I'm saying, to not have sex.
Like I told you, I'm comparing whacking off to crack. I ain't gonna tell you like, hey, you can do that shit once every blue moon, you good.
No, I'm gonna say, fellas, you know, as long as you ain't.
And I'm saying that because I feel like it's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope.
So it's like once you do something once, it's easier to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And I do think some people just don't have an addictive personality, and some people can manage that. I'm just not pushing it for one because I think it's a slippery slope, and for two, it's a shameful act. And I just think we shouldn't do shameful acts. We shouldn't do things that don't make us feel good about ourselves, things that we're not proud of, and things that we got to hide from people, or we feel like we wouldn't even want to talk about this part of our day, but we partaking in it willfully. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
So if it came up, motherfucker would be like, you masturbate? You would get like shameful, like
I wouldn't, and that's what I was just gonna say.
At this point, is normal. That's what I'm saying. We normalized it at this point, but there was a time where it was like, yeah, it was shameful. But as niggas, we normalize a lot of shameful shit right now. I mean, look at the world we live in. Like there's a lot of shameful shit that's normalized. But I do still think it's a shameful act, and that's why you're not promoting it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy because I don't do it, and I don't think it's a shame. Like, it's a shameful act. If to me, in my eyes, it's a shameful act if it's uncontrollable. If you can't function without it. If it's like it's taking over your fucking life type shit. Yeah. Like, chill out. And yeah.
How do you feel about yourself after you masturbate? Even if you do it once every blue moon.
I needed to get that one off.
No. All right. I feel like I be feeling bad about myself after.
That's terrible.
And I feel like a lot of people do masturbate because they feel bad about themselves. Like,
a lot of people do. Yes.
That's what lead up to it. And again, I think afterwards it's just like, well, I'll say this. I feel bad if porn is involved.
Let's talk about it.
I think that's when it's like, that's when I feel bad about masturbating. When I'm watching porn and do it, as soon as I bust that nut, it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Get
like,
this shit off me.
Get this shit off me. Hey, you remember that?
The video. Get this shit off me. Your daughter down here sucking dick. She sucking dick.
that was a classic.
I heard bro died too. That's crazy.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, bro died.
He just fucked the whole woman up.
Bro died. That video was classic.
Damn.
Bro. But I actually knew what you was talking about.
Who the fuck took bro out?
But now that part, yes. Yeah. Now let's say I would feel shameful if I go to my phone, I'm typing in whatever website I want to go to porn, I'm looking at some bitches.
What if you got the casket like, get this shit off me? Like,
I'm still alive, bitch.
All right, go ahead.
RB, bro. But now, what if you no. So if you looking on porn sites and you going through motherfucking 20, 30 pages trying to find the perfect scene and all of that, that's shame. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's me. That was me. That was me. I've done it.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all have.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it's like, bro, I just been sitting here for 25 minutes to nut. You got 60 seconds.
You got to rush to work now. Like, you're finna be late for work because
that's crazy.
You was trying to beat your dick.
you trying to find the right scene to beat your dick in 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Like, you just wasted a half an hour for 40 seconds. Looking at bitches just now that is shameful. Now I got a question for you.
Gotta find the right video, bro.
Now I got what?
You gotta find the right video, bro.
Yeah, you haven't been to the point where you finna nut, be like, this part not good enough.
Hold back, switch, stop.
This part not good enough. It's like, hold on.
No, I don't want to. Let me. Oh wait. I got one.
It's about you in the edge,
you ever?
shit. Posting that bitch Edge. Nope. Not this one. Nope,
Edging yourself is crazy.
Crazy. That's why my stamina crazy now though. That dumb ass shit.
You ever been like you watching the shit and then you can't find it, you was close, and then you like, you know what? You had a favorite. I know that I like this one. I know I got this one. I'm gonna just go to the one
my Twitter bookmarks used to be crazy.
That's tough.
I had a Twitter list.
The Wendy's lady with the orange.
I could have added you to. Yeah,
that was classic.
I wasn't into like the BBL butts even in the porn.
No,
damn, that was I think that was natural.
Nah, that was BBL butt. Well,
not back then. That was old. That's pretty old.
Yeah, that was old as fuck.
So she got the BBL butt later.
She might have a BBL now.
No, in that video, I don't think that was a BBL.
I think that was natural booty.
BBLs was out at that point, bro. Ass shots.
Yeah, ass shots for sure.
Okay. Ass shots, not the BBLs, the ass shots. But anyway, what was we at?
So I was gonna ask. So like as far as the porn aspect of it, are you still watching porn? Because you got to think about the negative effects of porn. You're watching women that you don't have access to, that you're fantasizing about, that you haven't experienced. So is it still watching porn if you're watching porn that you made?
Let's get deep into this. This is a deep question.
Let's go.
Because when you talk about porn that you made, right? First of all, I think it's a tier lower than watching actual porn. Not only because of the women, but even the men have like 12-inch dicks, and you don't. So it's like you don't want to like. I don't know. I don't know how that like what that do to a nigga psyche. I don't know. But
then there's the Twitter porn. Regular Joes, like
Regular Joes is crazy.
Niggas is hilarious. All right, so you got that aspect though, especially with produced porn. Like that shit is just not realistic. You know what I'm saying?
They off all type of supplements type shit.
None of it. And it gives you a weird idea of sex. You know what I'm saying? You only know a couple positions. It's like, oh, this bitch gonna suck my dick, gonna hit it from the back. Foreplay ain't really happening. There's a lot of shit. But also, but on the flip side, so I do think that watching your own porn is not as bad as watching actual porn that's not you, whether it's amateur or produced. I think watching your own videos that you've made in the past is not as bad. However, I think it's a different effect if you're watching women that you used to have feelings for, and you still have them in your phone, and you still masturbating to this woman, and this is somebody who you might be trying to get past, get over.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to do that.
That might still be around, whatever the case may be. So what do you mean? What are you supposed to do?
I'm not trying to get hated. Nah, you look at the ones that was just casuals. You know what I'm saying? That was just, But
you still got the ones you love with in the phone. You just don't look.
No, you got it. No, you can't have those.
You delete those.
You got to.
Okay, you delete the ones you had feelings for, and then the casual.
The ones that was just just whatever.
Okay.
No emotional attachment to, which is crazy.
I personally,
just FYI, this is I'm speaking from the past. We're not like this anymore.
I mean, nigga. Look, just yesterday. No, I'm just playing. But I definitely was somebody who I would keep the relationship shit, all that shit, and I definitely found it like
I've done
when
it
I finally took that shit off my phone.
Yep,
I noticed I let that shit go soon after.
Mm-hmm.
No bullshit. Like soon after I deleted them videos of chicks that I was in relationships with, that desire for them, that hitting them up randomly, what you want, let's woo, or even thinking like, damn, should I try to fuck back with shorty woo? A lot of that shit was attached to masturbating to them old ass videos when we was together. Like, so I definitely think that's something that niggas need to avoid. Delete that shit out your phone. And I know you treasure them bitches like, nigga, them bitches buried in a trophy case in a vault. You really got that shit from 2016 and now. I know you did, because I did. That shit was blurry as fuck on that iPhone 5. And you still be your dick to that.
I definitely agree with you. And the reason why I knew you couldn't keep that shit, because I did before.
Yeah.
A woman who I had feelings for, I had them videos, and it was totally different for me watching some other shit from a woman I really didn't care about. Absolutely. Like it's crazy. You'll start to fantasize, not even about sex, about y'all rekindling a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You sending them random text messages, hey, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Because you're so aroused and you reliving that moment, because obviously y'all was in a good space right then. It's so much psychological shit that it does to you that you don't really pay attention to or even know that it's doing. So we telling y'all, you can't get over her ass because you keep beating off to her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What else do we have on the topic? I think that's all I got. You got some more shit you want to go into? I want to talk about the spiritual effects of it. I'm not a spiritual nigga, and I was kind of researching that shit, and I couldn't make it make sense to myself enough to present it to y'all. What do you think?
You know Jesus loves you, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. On the spiritual aspect of it. You know what? I'm not even going. I am spiritual, and I have, like, you made fun of me last time when I said my spiritual sister, but I go to her.
Sister in Christ?
Well, yes, my sister in Christ. I go to her about certain things because I'm not as spiritually mature as she is. It's certain the world it's deep,
yeah, and
I'm just not there yet to understand the aspects of the spiritual side when it comes to masturbation and all of that. So I'll ask her about that, but I can't speak on it right now. I don't
How many
know.
sisters do you have in Christ?
One.
Is it like a cap? Like, is there a lot of hoes there? Is it like
what?
Is it like that's what I was at?
That's what a hoes at?
In Christ. Like,
man, watch out. Do you say your prayers and beat off?
Or beat off and say your prayers? That's what Rami asked. Oh.
That's what she asked. What? Hold on.
Do you say your prayers at night?
I do say my prayers.
So would you beat off and then say your prayers?
Okay, so when I was beating off, it's fucked up. So I beat off and then go to sleep and I be laying down like, shit, I ain't pray. I can't pray tonight. I feel too bad. I can't. I just no way. I just beat my dick and go, thank you, God. But
so
I can't do it tonight.
And it's the same nigga who's saying you could beat off sometimes. This nigga don't even want to talk to God after he done did this shit.
I didn't want to talk to God.
You know how much sinning you done probably did and still talk to God right after? You done probably prayed your way into getting out of a sin.
Yeah.
But when you masturbate, you like, nigga, I can't even talk to this nigga.
That's a good example of how shameful it can be.
And that's what I'm telling you, that nigga, you shouldn't be telling niggas to do it sometime. Like,
no, if you're going to do it something, you got to do it in the day. Nigga, don't do it at night before you go to bed. You ain't got to pray it then.
God always watching you though, right?
That's a fact, but I ain't talking to him like at that moment. Yeah. But you finna go to sleep, you got to, recap like, hey God.
What do you think God be thinking when you be whacking off? Like, he watching you?
I mean, that's what I died for. That's what I died for. Sins. So, I mean, he taking advantage. I cannot joke like that. I'm sorry.
Beat off with your partner in a sexual play? Is it bad then?
Is it okay? So repeat our question.
She said beating off with your partner is like foreplay or something like that.
Is that all null and void too? Does that go in the same category if you're doing it with your partner?
No, I don't think. I think that's acceptable.
Is beating off with your partner acceptable? Was the question.
Yeah. Because think about it.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, because you have it right in front of you. You're not looking at a screen. It's not unreal. This is the person you're having sex with, and she's arousing you. She's turning you on. It's not a fantasy. This is actually happening.
I used to date a virgin who used to want to. She'd play with her pussy, and she didn't want me to fuck, so she'd tell me to beat off while she played with her pussy.
How'd that work out? That shit was.
I was like 17 at the time.
Oh, okay. I know you wanted to fuck. That nigga, he was pissed.
I did. I eventually did though. I got the pussy eventually. It was fantastic too. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So is that it for the topic? Are we done?
That's it for the topic. We could do.
Let's run back to consultation. Fuck it.
Yeah, for sure. So, black men, we got to do better at this, right? So my homegirl, she owns a building. And she just got this building. And she had recently experienced, when you have a building, expenses, some shit can go wrong that's coming out of your pocket, etc. So she had just recently put up maybe like $600-700 for an expense, and then her tenant called and said it was like a leak in the roof or something like that, and it was coming in the apartment or whatever. So she's freaking out. She calling her dad. You know what I'm saying? She's in a panic mode. She just spent $600-700 already, and she called and got a estimate. It was gonna be around like $2,000. So somebody referred her to a guy, and so she reaches out to the guy, and he on the phone with her. He doing he assessing the issue or whatever, and he sees how stressed she is. Like she low key kind of tripping out about it because it's expensive, and she's a woman, and she has to handle this. And so he peeping the scene, and he like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna look out for you, type shit. All right, we're not gonna do the whole roof. Let's just do the part where it's just leaking, because you gonna have to eventually get all of this shit fixed, but let's just patch up and fix what's the problem, so you can just stop that and maybe you can save up to do this thing later or whatever. So she's like, okay, cool. Oh my God, thank you. You know, I appreciate you and etc. Cool. He later texts her and says, "Damn, so your boyfriend can't help fix it, or your boyfriend can't help you out with this, or whatever the case may be." And I feel like that was just like crossing the line, because number one, and it's almost a level of predatory, because you asking her this question and you know she like in a vulnerable state, and you asking her this and with a desired outcome, and you know that she's probably thinking she's not trying to mess up, you know what I'm saying, the deal she just got.
Yeah, you're doing a quid. It's called a quid pro quo.
Yeah, I remember studying that shit in fucking corporate. But yeah, quid pro quo. That's the exact situation. Yeah. And this is business. And fellas, we got to stop. Like, why would you put her in that uncomfortable position? You know what I'm saying? This is do your job. I just thought that was just weak as hell. And so now she's literally asking us, like, how should I go about this? Because I'm not trying to mess up this opportunity, but I'm super uncomfortable. Why would he do this? And it was just an uncomfortable situation. Yeah. And guys, just keep that shit separate. Like, that wasn't the time nor place. First of all, she's stressed and all. It just was a bad situation.
Absolutely. And I think, unfortunately, she just got to take the L. Or if it's an L, but just to like, I ain't interested. Woo, can you just do what you got to do type shit? And if he still roll with it, he do. If he don't, he don't. But yeah, that shit weak. 1,000%. And I think that's shit that you need to learn young. Like, I remember when I first started talking to girls, it was certain older niggas that'd tell me, like, hey, it's certain situations you don't want to kind of talk to a woman in a space where she gotta be at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can catch certain vibes and certain signals from women to where you flirt with like a cashier or like whatever the case may be. But if this woman got to work here, she got to be here. You don't want to like aggressively hit on someone while they're at work, for example, like a woman that's at work, because like she can't walk away from you, she can't leave you.
She damn near can't even be rude to you.
She damn near can't even be rude to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just certain things, and it's not saying like you never shoot your, but it's just like chill the fuck out.
Read the room.
You know what I'm saying? Read the room, chill the fuck out. So I think learning lessons like that early, it's kind of like you apply it to different shit. So it's like, if I ain't gonna do it in that situation, in this professional situation, let me not. I think leveraging whatever, like dangling a carrot over somebody's head is just like, it is predatory. It's kind of sick. Like, it's weird as fuck. But
somebody actually gave her a dope answer to. She was like, the way she answered it, because like you said she might have to just take that L and say, hey, I'm not interested or whatever. But she was really not trying to. She needed this shit fixed or whatever. Yeah. So she was trying to find a way around it. And somebody suggested an answer, and she ended up saying something along the lines of no, my dad actually, you know what I'm saying, helps me out with things like this, etc. But you know what I'm saying, this is what she flipped it on him. She said, my dad usually helps me out, but I'm looking for like a small black-owned business that I can build a trusted relationship with, so when problems like this occur, I can just give them this business.
That was smooth.
That was super smooth.
Yeah, that was smooth.
So
who gave her that? That nigga on the show.
Right. I don't know if it was a guy. I'm gonna ask. I don't know if it was a guy or girl, but yeah, that was much smoother.
But they asked on what to say segment.
Facts. that was great. That was gold.
For sure.
And shit, to close it out, a man's perspective. Another thing I'm tired of saying, fellas, stay out the IG baddie likes, man. Like, I hate to see, I'm scrolling and I see my guys just saying all of them, all the likes. You following a bunch of women who don't follow you back. You looking like a fanboy. You got the emojis under the pictures. Like, your one like to her 20,000, nigga, she's not you liking that shit and hope she noticed you, go to the page or whatever the case may be. I know how to bait shit go, but have some dignity. Like, you don't need to be overly thirsty, especially if you got a girl. Like, imagine you got a girl and her friends and everybody else, they see you in all them motherfucking likes. They see you all under the bad bitches pictures and all of that. And especially if your girl don't look like that. And even if you don't have a girl, like, just be cool. You ain't gotta go crazy on the IG baddies and stop following all these girls that ain't following you back. I mean, it's cool. You come across it. Oh, this look nice, but I'm not finna be all up in the comments and likes and shit. It's not my style.
For sure, man. That's all we got for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the baddies that's following me. How about that? Let's end on that note. All right, we out.
God in the king.